Imagine a child born not as a whole, but as two distinct severed halves, discarded in a forest, only to be magically fused into a single boy named Jaka Slewa. Years later, the boy tracks down the father who abandoned him. He doesn't just kill him. In a fit of absolute rage, he pins his father down and peels the skin from his body while he is still breathing. This is a famous plotline from Kangsa Takon Bapa, a classic Indonesian shadow puppet play. But if you look for this brutal revenge story in the original Indian Mahabharata text, it simply isn't there. When outside observers watch a traditional Wayang Kulit performance, with the dalang, the puppeteer, pulling the strings behind a lit screen, they often view the art through a very specific lens. The common perception is that Wayang is a rigid time capsule, a static preservation of ancient Hindu epics brought over from India centuries ago. In reality, Indonesian storytellers treated these imported epics as raw material, localizing and mutating the plots to fit their own world. Wayang has survived for centuries, not as a relic, but as an adaptable, open-source narrative ecosystem. This evolution began by blending local Javanese legends directly into the structure of the Indian epics. The Punakawan, a group of bizarre clown figures, are the clearest example of this local adaptation. Among them is Semar, who was originally Sangyang Ismaya, a supreme deity who competed to rule the heavens but failed a celestial test. As punishment, the gods cast him down to earth. They stripped him of his majestic form and trapped him in a deformed, comical body, forcing him to serve as a humble advisor to human heroes. Placing a supreme deity in the body of a physically repulsive servant shifted the power dynamics of the original imported epic. The handsome princes suddenly had to take life advice from a peasant. But how does an ancient shadow puppet tradition survive the rapid urbanization of the 20th century? By the 1950s, Indonesia was a landscape of busy intersections and shifting cultural tastes. During the comic book boom of this era, Western-style superheroes often faced nationalist backlash. In contrast, Wayang adaptations were viewed as culturally safe and deeply rooted in the nation's identity. Artists like R.A. Kosashi translated the multi-night epics to the page. To fit this new linear medium, they altered the stories again, stripping out the local clowns to focus on a more streamlined narrative. These volumes reached tens of thousands of readers, introducing the sprawling Wayang universe to a massive new urban audience who had never seen it on a stage. By jumping from leather puppets to mass-market paper, Wayang ensured its survival by changing its delivery system to match the era. In contemporary Indonesia, the skyscrapers of the 21st century overlook a hyper-developed landscape. Today, Wayang has become the definitive moral vocabulary for Indonesian society and politics. In modern political discourse, voters often express a deep fatigue with Arjuna politicians. These leaders look beautiful and refined on the surface, but they are often viewed as vanity projects, draining state resources while obsessing over their public image. This has led to a growing societal yearning for the Sukrasana archetype. Sukrasana is a character who lacks a PR team and is physically unpolished, but he is endlessly loyal, self-sacrificing, and gets the job done for the people. Wayang is not a masterpiece because it perfectly preserved a story from the past. It is a masterpiece because it provides a flexible, evolving language that a nation's